Hi guys, and welcome back to another betting prediction video, this time for the 8th of March. And as you can see from our video yesterday, we had quite a lot of losses going into this one, so I want to say sorry for that. But it was such an unpredictable day, and I would have never guessed about some of these losses that we took. Just to quickly remind you guys, the link for this sheet is in the description, as well as trade links, percentages, stats and codes and stuff like that. So firstly, Luminosity vs Splice, quite close games, but I don't get it because Splice looked awful in the games beforehand and somehow come into this stronger than Luminosity. KPI vs Rush3D, two very unknown teams, so this one's kind of forgivable, I guess. This one I would never guessed. It got 2-0'd by a team called LOG from Kazakhstan, even though Tengri had been playing great against teams like Outlaws and Copenhagen Flames, so I don't get it, but that's what happened. Again with this one, Mousesports versus Team Spirit, Mousesports gave away such a big lead in the first map to lose the first map, and I just knew from then they weren't going to win the whole series. Rush 3D versus Spray and Pray, again I don't understand it, because they lost at this team called KPI, but beat Spray and Pray, who are a team that beat Playing Ducks the other day in a best of 3. Yeah, and Penta versus DenDD, Penta just came off of win against Gambit, lost 16-3 on the map that they played against Gambit on, which doesn't make sense to me. And then of course this one was a lot closer, so I'm glad these two were only low. We won the first G2 Heroic one, we won Hellraisers vs eFuture, we won Alternate Attacks vs Chrome, so that's all good. We lost the second G2 one, again KPI beat Spray and Pray. KPI are some unknown Spanish team, I don't understand. Pride beat FLIPSID in the first one, then FLIPSID beat Pride, in the first one, then Pride beat FLIPSID in the second. Fnatic beat LDLC. This game got moved to the 8th, and then Fnatic beat LDLC in the second, so under 50% for this one, so it was not good for us whatsoever. So hopefully we can go into the 8th with some better picks for you guys. So Winterfox versus NRG. Winterfox, again, they lost to Splice recently, who now look alright, but weren't great when they beat Winterfox. And NRG looked like a really good team, especially with like Marquis, Peter and people like that. They're also trialling Professor Chaos as their coach, which is pretty cool because I've always rated him quite highly, especially when he was the in-game leader of Splice, when they were major quality, not this Splice. So yeah, I'm putting a medium bet on NRG. Denial versus Renegades, I think this one could have like a bit of upset potential, so that's why I'm only going low on Renegades, but I do think they can beat Denial in this one because they're a lower tier team. They should be stronger, so fingers crossed for this one. Again, same applies to this one, it's just 2 maps. Immortals versus Cloud9, of course Immortals getting to the semi-finals of IEM, whereas Cloud9 got kicked out in the groups. Of course Cloud9 had a much harder group, but then Immortals have beaten some very good teams to get to where they were. But I'm only putting a low on Immortals because it's a best of 1 scenario, but I think because it's a best of 1 it favours Immortals more. I think if it was a best of 3 I'd probably put my bet on Cloud9, but in this case I'm going for Immortals. GameplayDNA versus Rush3D. This is one that you might want to skip because, of course, lower tier teams are so unpredictable. But yeah, they beat Spray and Pray, who I rate higher than GameplayDNA. So yeah, that's the whole basis of this one. In this best of 3, so I'm putting a medium on them. Then we have a really interesting game, which is Fnatic versus Fnatic Academy. So I'm going high on Fnatic. Again, especially beating LDLC, who much better team than Fnatic Academy, and if they want to be cheeky, they'd rather Fnatic, the main team, than them Academy team go through. So there may be a bit of leniency from Fnatic Academy in some situations, so that's why I'm going the high bet on them. Kinguin versus Gambit. Of course, Gambit losing to Penta the other day, which they should never have done. But I still favour Gambit in these best of ones against Kinguin, so I'm putting a low bet on them. Just there could be a bit of an upset, so that's the reason I'm only going low. eXtatus versus K29. So this is eXtatus with Frozen, who's the 14-year-old, who's like their star player. He's crazy, basically. They played against K29 before and they won it really easily, so that's why I'm putting the medium bet on them. Rogue versus GODSENT. I think Rogue are actually the underdogs in this one, according to betting predictions. But I actually favour them over GODSENT. They beat Space Soldiers in a best of 2. They won both maps, which is what I think is really good going, especially considering I think Space Soldiers are a better team than GODSENT. And the only recent victories GODSENT have had are against like a UK team. Apart from that, they have lost most of their games. One of them actually being Rogue, I think. So that's why I'm favouring Rogue in this, even though GODSENT are seen as the overdogs. So I'm putting a low bet on Rogue. FLIPSID versus Epsilon. I'm going for Epsilon in this one. I'm putting a low bet on them, just because of how unpredictable FLIPSID have been. I think that Epsilon are the stronger team, but FLIPSID is so unpredictable. They could magically go and win at 16-0, or they could go and lose at 16-0. It's such a weird matchup. But I'm going low on Epsilon. VP versus Astralis. Again, these are really close games. So Astralis just coming off of a win at IM, where they beat Astralis, I think, once. So, no, actually, I don't think they did. I might be making things up at this point. But I'm going low bets on both of them. It could go split, but I still think they both favour Astralis a little bit, so I'm going low on them. But then again, you might want to skip this one. Just think about it yourself as well, don't just listen to me. So yeah, that's all I've got for the 8th of March. I'll be back again tomorrow with my results and my new predictions. So thank you for watching.